Hey guys, and welcome back to my Serbia campaign on the new EU5 1.2 patch. As you know, Serbia received a lot of free content in this patch outside of the DLC, so is the Orthodoxy. In the first episode, I united a big chunk of the Balkans and conquered the Constantinople. Today I'm gonna continue expansion and learning the new patch, because they changed so much. For example, the subjects are so... By the base cost of annexing subject is so higher that you need less but bigger subjects versus what I did initially, so that's what I fucked up. And also you can enforce culture or religion just once per 10 years on any subject, meaning that if I enforce culture on one subject, I can do it on another in 10 years. And it's heavily nerfed, and also they are much slower to assimilate the cultures. The buildings are also heavily changed. I just learned that the surgeonry is so much stronger because besides manpower gives 25% local crown power. I'm gonna definitely focus on it, while temples are absolutely outside of the focus because it does not longer give you max control. Part of this channel, so Anaba.com, is currently running huge sale on their website. And if you use a code for the video description, you can get additional few percentage off. They have thousands of games, so if you're planning to buy any game in the near future, this is the site to use. From my learnings, when my king dies, there's gonna be a huge crisis, the whole disaster for Serbia. So before that happens, we need to fix the country. You know, the issue is that we generally have... It's so expensive, the court and everything, because my wealth is so much higher than the tax base because of all the silver and gold mines we are having. And we gotta increase the control over there to fix that. I'm gonna probably also pay less for the diplomacy. I also was 2 days old, a few days ago, that the crown power is so heavily impacted now by the power of the subjects. That's probably another reason to have less but bigger subjects. Since we've hit 50 of the religious influence, we can change law of nature, like set it up, because there's no policy here. This is my pentarchy, so I'm handling that however I want. Culture's capacity, diplo capacity, stab investment, pump conversion speed. That's actually pretty good choice of the bonuses. I cannot take as an orthodox, so I can pretty much take the dual nature only. How about anything else that I could change? In Christology I could get tolerance to the true faithful, clergy satisfaction, essence is monthly just influence, or being able to tax clergy more. Hypostasis is nothing crazy, and prosopon, again also nothing really crazy. We also have tenets. Deep rep will be useful, this will be useful as well. It's actually not that easy of a choice. Initial population growth is convincing. Monthly diplomacy is convincing. I'll actually go for the monthly diplomacy because I don't want to spend much on the diplo trying to save the money. And now, yeah, everyone has to vote for it. And since I got a diplomat, let's keep inviting people to our patriarchate. And guys, everyone voted. So it's not... Is it really worth to invite anyone to the patriarchate if they will vote for something you don't want to? They are all voting for prestige instead of the monthly diplomats. Problem that I have with the markets is it is in Dubrovnik, our market, which is not even ours. So the market access to all the silver and gold mines is tragic. I have to save money to create a market of my own. Ottomans are actually expanding, even though I beat their ass and I took Constantinople. Might even want to go attack them again before they grow too strong. There are small UI improvements here and there. I was showing you a lot in the first video. Look, now when you want to see, okay, interesting advance, but where it is in the advances tree? There we go, it takes me straight there. I just lost like 10 minutes of recording because wrong screen capture, but my previous gut hero died. I had a series of negative events where I lost out of stability and legitimacy, had even rebelled here of Zeta, but I'm getting out of it. So with finally having good balance by improving the RGOs, improving the control of the locations, my tax base is already at 120, which is like half of the wealth, which is pretty nice. I can't mint because I'm getting inflation from too much gold and silver, unfortunate. And we did beat the Ottomans in not an easy war. And now, as you see, I'm also focusing on less but bigger subjects like this two. I'll be doing the same to Wallachia right now. We're gonna probably split them between these two, or maybe release Wallachia itself. I did not decide that yet. The annexation of the subjects is far too slow for the small ones that I created earlier. So far so good. I unlocked an advance to create towns cheaper, so I'm gonna invest into them around here. I definitely do need much more influence, and for that we need the urban locations. But it's going pretty nice. It is also, look, our control so far. I'm so just mad that I've lost the recording. I did also cede Constantinople to Byzantium because Megalopolis has a huge malus to integration, and my integration was actually negative, going backwards. And so I will continue that by annexing these guys later. Big part of me fixing the economy is actually creating my own market in prison instead of using Dubrovnik, because the market access was shit, which, improved the output of my RGOs of silver and gold. Plus, I'm investing a lot. Whenever I'm building a non-RGO building, it's pretty much in prison, because we have max market access and max control. So you see the wealth here is already at 22, and I will continue improving that. There's always a queue of buildings in here. The fleeting control of the crown. On these events that I've lost a lot of legitimacy and stability, I had a choice of giving like free privileges to the nobility. Obviously, I did not want to do that. That's yet another event like this. Every own location will lose 20% control, or give nobles power, or I lose 50 stability. I guess I have to just lose control. It's gonna, regain slowly. But that should be a huge hit to our base tax. 113 down to 80. Yeah, you know what? Let's stop supporting the Patriarchate and increase the province control instead. In the meantime, since we spoke about the Patriarchate, we can do another tenet. I assume, again, people are gonna vote against us, but that's why I'm gonna choose this one, because both are very useful. But I'd rather go for the... I can't do the legitimacy. I guess let's go for the... something else? Population growth wouldn't be so bad, and so is the production efficiency. So actually take the production efficiency. Hopefully the other will vote the same. I don't know, guys, it feels like the AIs will always vote the opposite that they proposed. A positive historical event!
Impossible.
Innovative! And declaring on the Kandars, that's gonna be even harder than the Ottomans. They have 5,000 and Red needs to have 10,000 for some reason. Let me make sure to again try getting these guys as supportive. So we go together. Never mind, the subjects actually know what they're doing this time. I already have 77 war score from them winning battles and sieging. I didn't even arrive on the front line. Well, let's fully annex Kandahar. How much of antagonist it is? Decent, but thankfully I was improving relations with many of these guys. So it's not that tragic. I probably have to take a break from expanding in that region, plus improve relations with Genoa. And yet again, I'll be releasing a big subject or two around here. I just need to get out of the other war. Why overall we were struggling for a long time? We have 150 base tax. How is it compared to the other nations around? 250 Hungary. Bohemia has 400. Well, 180 in Poland. Naples has 170. Aragon 200. Castile 370. 460 from France, so we're higher than England. We are still a bit behind, but we are catching up in a very good pace. Since I finally making a lot of money and have a lot of money, this is time when I put the first buy leaves in place. Yes, I do not have any yet. On all of this, top locations with gold and silver mines to finally get the base tax closer to the wealth. Did you know that there's a set amount of minting where you're not getting inflation for it? You see current minting level 000. If I go to the 0, it's still 000. So look, it's gonna stay at 0 up to like around 5 ducats. Once I click here, see it's 001. So I can always mint, even if you have gold and silver and automation to put it back to 0, you can actually mint without getting inflation for that minting. This must be one of the new parliament debates where we get diplomatic reputation. There are definitely a few more because I just saw previously a debate that also reduces your antagonism faster and gives you also deep rep. Impossible, guys. Looks like they're voting for the first time how I want for legitimacy. The other one is deep rep. So actually, you know what they vote for? I'm gonna be fine. Yeah, they're voting against me, but diplo rep is good. This is less antagonism when pissing out. Renaissance is generally a very good institution because it's a guarantee form, cabinet seat, more crown power. Rise and nobility, I want to tax them higher. They have so much wealth. Expensive cost of the court. A university to finally annex faster. Culture's capacity, power projection obviously makes the annexation faster. Another diplo rep. What is local council? Ooh, local council for sure as well. And the chancery. So it's the first time I'm actually seeing Golden North doing nicely. I mean, they expand, they just defeated Muscovy to get their terrains. It's time to start investing into armories as well. So build an army to, you know, face giants like Hungary or Naples to fix the borders around here. And that parliament debate is certainly helpful for it. I'm gonna use it also to finish off the Ottomans. Just make sure to pass it. How is it possible? Keep killing them and they have still 10,000 of armies. It's like a cockroach. And they have a standing army as well. You should build... you know whom? I should build the Serbian Hussars. Just need to save a lot of money for that. The end of the Turks. Ha! That's a wet dream of the Serbian Tsarstvo. Let's see if more like troops overall, plus that life cavalry with the Serbian Hussars would be enough to beat the Turks. I think it should. I love that my damage dealt to them is right now in green. The losses are similar, but we are winning that. Look at this. Very nice. And my ruler is right now a Groli Seeker. Now, my strategy in case of this wars is win a battle, hunt down the rest of their army, reduce their army to nothing, and then I can just go ahead and disband the levies. Hey guys, this is pretty good. Fund artisan guilds. That's production efficiency for the debate, and then for 10 years, 10% production efficiency. This is insanely good. It's so much better than so many of the possibilities we had before. Let's just count that we'll get this 1% from an event. Look, 251 with a production efficiency. 260. And there goes rights of nobility. Look, these guys absolutely love me, but I can't tax them. So how about we go to the rights of the nobility, we can get maximum tax for noble estate. That obviously means I'm gonna lose a bunch of the cabinet members that had great stats. It has to be enacted. Okay, so I have some time. And yeah, the taxation here will be increasing. I really have to try cancelling some of their privileges. It's gonna kill my stability like hell. But long term, my friends, this will be absolutely worth it. Okay, I could cancel. There's this thing to cancel, 5% max control. I think I should rally for the max taxes. But also here with 100 of influence. I'll probably start with that 100 influence. Now if this enacted, I'm taxing at least them at 10%, which gives me as much money as taxing Mieszczaństwo for 40% and Sebri for 46%. The next, I think this is not worth it really. It's better to get these guys on higher relations so I get the monthly research progress. Let's now do the crazy move. In a second. Question which one? The max control? Or this? Let's cancel this. Let's see, 16 and 53%. Say rest in peace to my stability. 1653%. 1749, okay. Thought that is gonna be a bit of more of an impact. But it's fine, I'm gonna reject more of the privileges over time now. Honestly, that's quite fast that I'm regaining the stability. I'm also using that time to invest. Obviously, I'm not having as much of positive balance as I would have before, but right now it's also because I'm investing into the regaining of legitimacy. Let's actually speed it up. And the map enjoy is here. Just look at this, guys. 4 maps. First one being the Americas. We have the attire of different tribes, as well as the biggest cities, like Mexico City or Potosi. We've got also the Dutch Empire with its colonies, including New Amsterdam and East Indies. Roman Empire, I think that's the fans' favorite. And the Ottoman Empire itself. In the meantime, we are also printing a map with also attires and cities of the British Isles. And if you want to buy one of the maps yourself, go check out the strategymaps.co and use the code to get 10% off. Spending 30 on stability and 40 at positive balance, this guy's already at 30 of income, and will only increase that over time. I swear, guys, there was no such building before. Is this like replacing a counting house, the local council? Because it gives local crown power to an urban location and max control. Not much of it, but it's something. How much? It costs a lot, so it's not for my economy. Now that they have positive stability at 12, I can just go back to 0 spending on it. So see, 74 of balance. No, guys, counting house is still here, so it's not like a replacement. And what is a bureaucratic offices law? I swear that's something new I've never seen before. Let's take it. Screw it, guys, I'm cancelling another privilege. This one for the maximum tax for the noble estate. That's gonna be really a lot of money we're gonna save. Obviously it's gonna take time to regain the stability. And I'm not gonna tax them initially that much because of the stability. But it's gonna be a hell of worth it. Each time I attack the Ottomans, they bring more armies with their allies. Just look at this. At least this time, I've got a powerful stack of our hussars that I'm gonna support with a few thousand of additional levies. Let's take a look. The hussars in action. Are we actually seeing? Yeah, there's an increased amount of the losses on their side. Heavily increased. Something I love to see. Full annexation of the Ottomans. We should get really good borders now. And I think I'm gonna actually release the Ottomans. Yes. The Ottoman subject of Serbia. That sounds like a sweet revenge. Now we have enough of influence with all the universities and libraries done to annex this guy's in here with plus 100% speed for the Serbian culture, and this guy's over here receives just minus 10% for them being Greek. It's time for some taxation. Look, I'm gonna ask the parliament for additional taxes. Land focus is great as well, and will for a while not care about loyalty of these estates. 200, maybe not the nobility, they're already a bit disloyal, but still 126 amount. The Novo Brdo code is another dynamic historical event which gives me a mining law for the funding town cost, expanding raw materials time. Currently in the mining law we have mobility controlled, that gives them some satisfaction. It's also traditional economy that we want to change, and some production efficiency. Yeah, I think that's actually worth it to switch. And how's our base tax? 413. Oh, more importantly, we finally got Solun, the Selanikki. Actually has the ground town. It is a city, so I can build a local governor in here. Let's do that. We see that's not the actual proximity. If you give it a month tick, yeah, we're gonna get it better. Now that's much better with the governor, especially that next by it has a gold mine with 27 of the wealth. Look, that's why I've been doing all these changes. I'm taxing 60 ducats a month from just nobility. That's almost as much as Mieszczaństwo and Sebri combined. In Age of Discovery, I'm gonna go for the admin focus. It's especially like stuff like the building cost, speed of integration, building cost twice, pop assimilation, pop conversion. This is definitely something I need. This is mostly focused on trade and colonization, which we don't plan. Oh, and there are hegemonies, and we have 2 hegemonies just right away. Diplo one without the cabinet action. Cultural one. Oh, I think the Chinese are not that strong. Otherwise, they'll take all the hegemonies. And the military one. Yeah, we are far away because we're only focusing on the cavalry. Let's go. Get a CB on these guys here. And let's go have some fun. Fighting Naples. I think I would like to get everyone to supportive, so they can just go suicide and die. It's gonna be an enormous size of the war. We'll have to play it very slowly. I'm gonna even turn off the maximized tick speed, because every movement will be crucial in here. Strategy for this war is simple. We just keep wiping the troops that are trying to land. I hoping my subjects just don't go suicide and die. Oh boy, guys. Levies, don't try fighting the Serbian Hussars. Look at the losses on both of the sides. Naples just can't land with more than 10,000 troops. So we've killed 100k of them and their allies already. We're slowly fixing the whole situation. 43 of average control. Just look at it. Trying my best. 22 krona power. Now subjects give me only minus 40 of it from the amount of economic base compared to ours, because we already have 600 of tax base. I know, making my capital a city instead of town gave me a lot, because Jewelers Guild, for example, max level was like 5, 6, now it's 11. It's making a hell of money. Literally, it gives me 20 of tax base, just the Jewelers Guild in the capital, which then converts into 6 of tax. Did they change something with the truces? Because the truces used to be much shorter than in EU4. Now look, my truce with Naples, it's been like, what, 5 years since a war? I have 14 more years of truce with them. What the fuck is this? Okay, anyway, we are in 1444. That's how Europe is looking by the start date of EU4. Good Muscovinized expansion, Novgorod, Teutonic Order. That's pretty much the best highlights. England is going towards forming Great Britain, but they might not do that if France kills them. And obviously Serbian Tsarstvo. And it's gonna be really tough to beat the Hungarians, because he has 6,000 of a standing army. I have armors in every single location I can have an armory on, and I have 10,000 manpower, which allows me to maintain 3,000 of armies. Obviously it's all Serbian Hussars, but still, like, that's not enough to beat the Hungarians. Fucking god, I had a civil war, and didn't they say that civil wars were not supposed to destroy local governors anymore? Well, they did destroy it. I was like wondering why after a civil war my base tax is 100 smaller than it was before it. Yeah, we've lost control in all the locations. Now it's slowly regaining. Since we got 75 of reduced influence, I want to try to see what a synod can achieve in EU5. Let's call it Okay. Now. Okay, we can even to get one of these free. So we pretty much buy stability, but prestige or legitimacy for 75 of religious influence. This could give us intolerance. Ooh, tax efficiency. Not bad. This one. Monthly control. That might be something that we need as hell with pain after the Civil War. This could give us the cabinet efficiency. Research progress. And the final one is diplomats or speed of integration. You know what? I will go for that administrative one for the monthly control. It's crazy, but I'm having 7,000 and nothing to spend it on. I mean, I could build more towns, but that would be too many towns. So just saving money for the upcoming buildings. My subjects already have over 100,000 troops combined. I think they broke something with the military again, guys. So I just wiped 12,000 of levies with this 4,000 of the hussars. I mean, doing severe losses, yes, I would expect it. But wipe? Something is not right. Let's try to see if I can replicate on this 19,000. Let's take a look. 3,000 losses. Here it looks more natural, right? There's just more severe losses on their side. They're still outnumbering us. So there's a chance they're gonna win it because no, they broke the lines. Yeah, so winning it. Okay, that was a natural battle. When I'm recording, it performs as it should. While I'm enjoying this mosaic of different colors, let's actually take a look how it would look like if we had the same color of the subjects. Yeah, that's even better. Good borders, right? We just need to have it cleared in here. Since I'm an empire, I have access to additional governor. And you know, there's really bad proximity up north. And I have a chance of getting Jagodina to be a city. Just need a little bit more population. Let me create a city here and then create a governor. Obviously, later on there will be like better place like Constantinople, but I don't have Constantinople yet. Oh, it's actually not even a town. Because it's Ravno, not Jagodina. Guess it's fine. I have a lot of food anyway, so I can lose some of it. Same Nice could have a bit of encourage migration to get some more population and become a city. Since I have so much money, I can, you know, just invest a little bit to get more cities. And for that war, I'll definitely use all of my levies. Looking how many armies they have. Obviously my subjects should be of help, but you know how it is with the subjects, they might lose more wars than win. I love the new UI elements here. You can hide and expand the subjects so they don't trash the view of the war, and you can see split of the professional and armies and levies for each of the countries. And I've been waiting for the training fields a lot because I'm gonna use them to build an army to defeat the Hungarians. Let's just spawn it everywhere. It just costed me 4,000. This is what I love to see, so many armies trying to land. Because each of this is getting wiped sooner or later. Here it is, the governor up north. It does help, doesn't it? Just make sure that there are roads anywhere possible. I think I have the roads everywhere. Almost everywhere already. This looks so much better. And I'm actually gonna keep this location for myself. Corvan tries spreading the proximity for the naval governor in here. For that already started working on the maritime presence. Look guys how Megapolis is making a subject impossible. So it was impossible to integrate a Megalopolis, and it's impossible to annex a subject with a Megalopolis. That's 1,000 additional cost. Anyway, I think I'm ready. Let's go get the parliament. Run proximity without infrastructure. Well, I have infrastructure ready. That's actually pretty cool. Another debate that I will not pass because I need a casus belli. No, I don't need casus belli on Hungarians. Because I have colors on them, so you just have to create the casus belli with a spy network. Oh, Hungary. That's gonna be a hell of a war. I prepared a fourth line for this, because we'll be mostly defending, at least for the initial part of the war. Let's actually go disable the tick speed. Look, Hungary is allied to Poland, Aquileia, Pope, and Venice. So there's a huge amount of the countries I'll have to face with their own standing armies. I built 15,000. Hungarian Matzva, I think it's here. These two locations I have to conquer. Let's get the war going and defend it. I'm hoping to do it myself without the usage of the subjects, because they're gonna lose more wars than gain. So the enemies brought 200,000. I have 143 with my subjects without using any levies. But yeah, I wanted to say this guy should stay AFK, but look what Venice is doing down south. We gotta go and kill these guys and these guys just to get the free war score, why this should be ticking. Okay, let's see how the forces is gonna hold. These guys are trying to siege with levies only, so I'm expecting this to be an easy and pleasant battle with lots of kills. Just look at that. Did they just take a fort? Without... Why? Yeah, that's a wipe. Why? How did they take that fort? There's... Like, there wasn't any garrison there? Or is it like a graphic bug that is saying there's a garrison? But anyway, that's gonna be now turned into the Stack Wipes Festival, catching there's... Oh, this is a stack that actually has a standing army. So we gotta regain a morale first, before we go in, and then go in. Let's see. That's gonna be a true check of their army qualities. Look at our colors, also this yellow. Oh, they're getting destroyed. Oh boy, I think they broke something with the standing armies yet again. That shouldn't happen. How about the force that's gonna outnumber me? If they reinforce. Because if they don't... If they don't... And even if they do, that's a massacre. But not a wipe at this time. You see, we're getting free war score from battles without even getting the ticking war score from the war goal, because they siege it down. Now that I killed them over here, and I kill this guy, so I'll be probably able to slowly go towards the war goal. I already reduced the army by 70,000. I know, guys, they broke the standing armies again. That shouldn't work like that. It's still the funniest part is that probably the best balance between levies and the standing army was on the patch 1.0. The previous patch 1.1.12 was probably second best, especially with their, like, how they changed the regiment size. Great direction, but what the fuck is this? Now that I've killed 200,000 of them within a year, they're down to 13,000. That's when I can change the subject's attitude to go and siege them down. Go take care of them, my boys. Venice, I have a lot of money. I want to say you can pay me ducats to fuck off. But instead, how about we take over a couple of islands from you? And some money. Since I don't know which exact locations are needed for the Serbian achievement, I'm gonna go take more than I would normally do. Look, 200,000. This is just beauty. 178 civil casualties, 217 total army casualties. And beautiful borders that I'm gonna all keep for myself. I'm gonna try coring it. We gotta go and fight the subjects economic base by our own. And since, you know, have a governor in Ravno, it spreads really nicely through the river, the proximity, and it looks great. And anyway, we've just hit 1,000 of tax base and looking beautifully. With steadily improving how it looks like. Let's start annexing these guys now. Trying to annex 3 guys at the same time, you can't see it, but it's so slow because of the base cost of 200, so definitely less subjects but bigger will work better. They have 20,000 of wealth, all of this conquered. I think that's where I'm gonna finish this episode, with a plan of getting you episode 3, getting us towards the Age of Reformation, and getting the 2 achievements that I still have to get, right? The one for Serbia, where I have to get Constantinople, and one to restore the pentarchy that requires me to conquer Roma, Al-Quds, Alexandria, Antikia, and I think it's all doable. So for thanks watching, make sure to subscribe to this channel to get notified about the next part. And of course, do check our store strategymaps.co, where we have plenty of great maps, including a new 1444 map on top of 1337 map and 130 other historical maps that I also have.